Monarch Legacy of Monsters. I haven't been putting out videos, but I've still been watching the installments. Episode 4, Parallels and Interiors, picks up right at the end of the previous one. Our heroes are trying to survive in the snow with that Titan around. There's some cool hallucination stuff and some backstory that really doesn't add much other than some very obvious foreshadowing for the next episode. And I was right. They do get rescued by some Monarch peeps. There seems to be some Hollow Earth stuff going on that no one seems to know much about yet. Should note that this episode, while it does go back in time a tiny bit for Kintaro May backstory, does not go back to early days of Monarch stuff. Episode 5, The Way Out. Our group of characters are all questioned by Monarch and are set free, aside from Shaw. They go back to LA to Kate's mom, who smuggles them into a destroyed restricted zone so that they can check out Hiroshi's other office. They figure out where he was going thanks to Kintaro and similarities to his first art gallery that we saw last episode, which is fine, but the episode really drags it out here, we get it. Also, Kintaro is kind of an asshole, I don't know, every episode he's been a bit selfish, but I think this is the point where I was like, why is our main character so much of a douche to everyone? Again, no flashbacks to early Monarch, but we get Kate flashbacks to before and during G-Day, the day Godzilla showed up in the 2014 film. People are making a big fuss that she has a same-sex partner in this, but it's not really in your face or pushing an agenda or something. Relationships like that exist, even if some people hate to see it in entertainment media for some reason. I don't know, it just seems like normal internet, YouTuber, clickbaity, rage baity, blown out of proportion stuff. Episode 6, Terrifying Miracles. Duval breaks Shaw out of Monarch captivity because she believes he can help stop a disaster that Monarch itself either cannot or will not for whatever reason. There's a lot about the inner workings of Monarch here, and I find it interesting as it's kind of a mess in regards to the Monsterverse, almost seeming like an entirely different entity depending on which film you're viewing. Shaw and Duval show up at Kate's mom's house thanks to May trying to sell them out to get back to her old life. The kids and the two former monarchies follow where Kintaro theorizes Hiroshi went, to a desert. They do find Hiroshi with a ball that sort of draws out titans. This type of device is talked about prior in some flashback scenes, but I'll get to that in a moment. Easier for me to talk about current timeline stuff and then circle back and talk about the flashback events. The device successfully brings out the Titan, which turns out to be Godzilla, out from under the sand or dirt. It's kinda cool. I like the sort of callback to his first appearance in Mothra vs. Godzilla 64. Monarch, including the guy that was trying to capture the kids at the start, arrive in a helicopter, but the propeller hits one of Godzilla's dorsals and they seem to crash. Shaw later says that he went to the crash site and that no one survived, but I'm not so sure that he's a reliable narrator. Hiroshi left them, by the way, before they even got to meet. Could be because he knew Godzilla was gonna emerge and he didn't want them to get caught in the event, or maybe it's something else. We'll have to find out. So the kids are still looking for their dad. Shaw and Duval are more interested in stopping some big event that is supposed to happen, or at the very least help Godzilla with it. Those two split up from the kids, who have decided to just walk through the desert to the nearest town instead of go along with the former Monarchs, who have like a Humvee type vehicle. Now to the flashback stuff. We see Shaw and the doctor form a romantic bond. We see a guy who made one of those ball type devices to lure out titans. The titan they lure out is Godzilla, now bigger after they set that bomb off in his face. He just kind of does a breach. Again, a lot of Godzilla in this show in regards to how many episodes he shows up in, but he just really kind of shows up for a second and then leaves. I don't know, I kind of find that funny. But more importantly, Shaw disobeys orders to join the scientists on their expedition because he is worried about his love interest. But when they get back to headquarters, they find out that that decision has caused control of Monarch to be given away. See, Monarch just started and it's already a mess. I don't know, I just find the early Monarch history interesting. and this is the most interesting to me of these 3 episodes, but as a whole, a step down from the first 3 episodes, though not a huge step down or anything. I'm still quite enjoying my time, just not as hooked. Thanks for watching.